my name is Nicole Supernall, and I'm a veterinary technician. Today we'll be discussing the need for diagnostic change within our clinic. We'll be discussing the problems that we are currently facing within our clinic, the marketing for this diagnostic machine, and we'll also be talking about the breakdown on this project. So while patients wait, patients are waiting in exam rooms after being hit by a car. 24 to 48 hours is that time where anything can happen. A broken rib can turn into pneumonia. We can consider, neurological issues. We can face current heart problems, a number of things. So why is this life and death situation for getting a diagnostic image? Why are these patients having to wait in exam rooms? This is not just causing health issues for our current patients, but this is also causing frustrations as well. So clients are waiting, and they're not understanding why is their pet in excruciating pain and yelping. The fine line between a person and their pet, it's a hard thing to understand. So how important are these results? Does this consist of surgery? Does this consist of a cast? What exactly does this consist of? Does it insist on, further testing, or does this lead off into death, euthanasia? The diagnostic imaging market is booming. They say within 2014, most clinics in our country will be using diagnostic imaging. The costs are still a little high, but without having to use exceeding electricity and storage rooms, without having a storage room or a dark room, because these diagnostic imaging machines go straight to the computer. So you're saving a room, you're saving the expenses of developer, fixer, and like we talked about before, the wait on patients. What happens if a film gets stuck in the processor? That is more time that a patient is waiting on that table. Then you have to have that patient waiting on that X-ray table, right, for another X-ray. So this is also causing discomfort for our patients, unnecessary comfort. So this is important. In with the old, out with the new. There is also the machine can be connected to your current X-ray table, but without having the film, the developer, and the fixer makes this digital, with having a connection that runs straight from your current X-ray table into your digital imaging machine. The project breakdown, the project that we have going, the components are the computer, the mouse, the keyboard, like a regular computer. The computer will be hooked into the clinic system. So in any exam room, the vet will be able to click. It's almost like an email. It will be sent to the computer. So without us having to go into that exam room and interrupting what the doctor might be discussing with the client, the computer will have those X-rays up for them. So whenever the vet is ready to show them and to discuss them with the client, they'll be up and running. Yet again, we will be needing a program manager who will be going through step by step how the process is going, along with the progression, and we'll also be needing an X-ray technician, which will be coming from IDEX. This machine is an IDEX product. It's called the iVision. It's one of the top of the line for IDEX. The X-ray technician is an employee of IDEX yet again. He's going to be very knowledgeable about this machinery. Whoever uses this machinery is going to have to go through a week of training. It's a computer training that we all sign on to. It's right through the IDEX network. So it'll be pretty easy to sign on to. They will give us an account number. So, and along with the software, this is going to be new to all of us. So the files, we will no longer be carrying current x-rays. We will be keeping, for now, the older x-rays that we have. So we have a backup. We can't have past x-rays scanned and put into the computer, but the way that this machine works is that as soon as an x-ray is taken, it is processed into the computer. It is given a patient ID number, but we need to make sure that we still have the right patient and client, because if this patient has a current ID number, it will automatically put that current number that that patient has on the x-ray. So that will also help with this mislabeling of x-rays that has been happening. It will also help with the confusions. So all in all, very, very important. Understanding the components. The top picture here is the main screen that we'll be signing on to when we go through the training. They also will be sending us a contrast that calculates for us the abdomen, the thorax. After we measure it with a caliper, we'll still be meeting that. And also how it works. It works just like our traditional x-rays. The electrons and the photons. So there's a diagram of that. And it also shows what process happens, how it's a little different than our traditional x-rays, and why it doesn't go through film. We still need the cassettes, the plates, so when the electrons go through the plate, it penetrates just like a normal film would, but it goes through to the computer, kind of like the internet. It goes in by bits into the computer, and the machine that we'll be using has a 1-minute process. IDEX does have machines that has up to a 8-second processing, which does cost an extra $5,000, and it's a little bit bigger than the one that the iVision. The project impact. How is this project going to impact our patients? It will impact our patients. It will help our patients become more comfortable. There is a vet clinic in South Carolina that has mentioned on IDEX on their website that this has improved their patient welfare, and it's also it's got wowed by clients. And their x-ray processing has increased by 60%. So it's really helped their clinic excel and advance. Along with saving us money. Like I said before, it helps us so we don't have to afford that expensive film, because it is about $50 for a large film for a box of that, and it lasts about 2 months. So without having to even pay $50 for 2 months, that's saving us tremendously. Along with safety. I mean, having a machine that we don't have to go in a dark room and injure ourselves, or that is a tremendous safety concern that we have. What else? The storage, the no handling for labeling. No longer do we have to write down on the x-ray itself that we do not have to use the labels, because those also cost money. They're about $15 a box, so we can save there too. And quick results. I mean, like I said before, the 24 to 48 hours is the most crucial time for getting diagnostic results. It could be a life and death matter. It could be euthanasia, or it could be surgery, or a cast. The budget cost. So, for just having the simple machine, it's a little over $7,000. It's about $7,024. If we want to get ourselves a new X-ray table, it's going to be about $38,000 more, because it's going to be advanced. We're not going to be going back. We're going forward. So if we do decide to get the table, X-ray table, it will cost an extra $38,000. So in this graph, this is the budget. It's about half of the circle. And then on the other side, it compares how much of that budget, if we also get the X-ray table, how much more that's going to cost us. And up top, the yellow part, that's how much of the cutting it will cost if we just get the machinery itself. It will cost about $45,000 with the machinery, the X-ray table. So it weighs out a lot. So yet again, the benefits of this project. Comfort is important. Our patients come in that door not to be there to be pampered. They're there to get the best care possible. And by having them wait in that exam room, that is not proper patient care. That's not what we're here for. We're here to make our patients as comfortable as possible, to get their diagnosis and get them treated. Having pain, having discomfort it's not good. What else? Proper ID is important, because if we end up treating a patient that they're not having those symptoms, they're not even having that disease, that can not just cause, problems for that patient, it can also cause problems for us, because if that client finds out that we were misdiagnosing their patient, that can cause a lawsuit for us. So that's helpful to know that it's a sense of security. What else do we have? Faster medical care, the ability to save lives, and to build friendships, to build relationships with those clients, to know that we are dependable and we are reliable, because having mislabeled X-rays, that can also be a life and death situation. So, and also being able to have a backup system, because all of our X-rays will be up on a backup system. So in case of flooding, if we have a hurricane, everything will be backed up. What we have now, if we get a flood, all our X-rays are in storage. They're an X-ray in a folder. So folder and water doesn't really match, and these X-rays can be damaged quite quickly with water. So having them up on a computer, even though a computer can get damaged, it's still up on that backup disk that we can take wherever we need. Another thing too, by having a diagnostic imaging, is that if a patient wants all the files of their pet, we can put all of their X-ray files on a disk, and we can send them along with their files. So if later a vet wants to take a look at their files, they can back it up on that disk, and they can see current and past conditions history that this patient might have. So it's very important that we have something that clients can feel comfortable about, along with our patients. Questions? All right.